Really not much to say outside of we weren't very good tonight, and we just weren't very good. It's a kind of a defining moment. I told our guys, so where do we go from here? Regardless, Tyrese plays, doesn't play. We got to be able to not turn the ball over 20 times. We got to be able to make good decisions. But again, defensively in the second half, they can't shoot almost 60%. Attention to detail, on the defensive end, big rebounds late throughout the second half. But no excuses. We got beat, and then you got to live with it, and you got to take these moments when you enjoy and relish in the great moments. You got to take these, and that's this game. That's how this game is.
Questions for the players first, please.
Prentice, from a player standpoint, what are your thoughts on the game?
We just didn't come out in the second half ready to compete. Give credit to FAMU. They came out in the second half and put it on us, and we just never recovered from it.
For either of you guys, how much of an adjustment was it to play without Tyrese tonight? And eventually, at what point in the game did you feel like you were starting to get into an offensive flow? Was it during that 17-2 scoring run after the first media timeout?
We in practice we play with different lineups. So we're not used to playing without Reese, but we felt fine, comfortable going into it. And offensively, of course the run was a good offensive point. We felt like we were flowing. So yeah, I feel like that was a flowing point.
Rasheer, as I'm sure disappointing and frustrating this loss is, you turn around and start Big 12 play in a few days. How do you regroup for that when coming off a performance I'm sure you guys are all not pleased with?
You let the game go, but you don't let the feeling go. This loss hurts. We felt like we didn't play to our potential and come out and get the win. So, you go into practice, you go harder. You learn from your mistakes and you try to carry it over to Big 12 play.
You said don't let the feeling go. Can you describe what that feeling is right now for you guys?
It hurts. Every loss hurts. You want to go into a season, win every game, but you can't. So you take this loss, you remember how it feels. You just go off that, let it fuel you.
Rasheer, what allowed you to get into a flow in the second half, scoring 26 of your career high 29? Was it you were able to get into the lane for a good stretch, and that seemed to open up your shooting? Would you agree with that?
Yeah. I was just trying to stay aggressive. Trying to score the ball, keep our team in, and do whatever I can. So, I got in the lane, got some layups, and then they backed off a little bit, and I hit a couple shots. So.
Anything further for the players? Okay, thank you.
Steve, what was the Tyrese situation?
He sprained his wrist the other day at practice. I guess, 28th, probably the afternoon of the 28th, and got x-rays on it. Nothing's fractured. Everything's okay, but it's sprained, and we thought that it would be a good idea to give him a couple of days to rest it and get him ready so he's, completely healthy and or more comfortable, for this weekend and going forward. And, that was the decision we made.
Was there any thought of going to him late in the game or middle of the second half? Or?
No, once we decided not to play him, I wasn't going to play him. We were doing what we thought was in the best interest of his health.
Every time you guys were able to get a bucket or go on any type of little run, Florida A&M always had an answer. How gut-wrenching is that when you're trying to put a one-win team away and you just can't?
It doesn't matter how many wins they got. You got to defend, you got to rebound. We gave up 8 offensive rebounds in the second half, and they shot 58%. They on the season they shoot 30, 36, I think 39 from the field, 28 from 3, I think. So. There was a big rebound late. We get the rebound. We're up 1 with 15 seconds to go. We didn't get that rebound, and that was one of many. We were stagnant on offense. The switching that they did bother us, but our pace was terrible. And then we just defensively weren't very good in the second half. Defensively, we were okay in the first half. you know, we just struggled making them. We missed a ton of easy opportunities. And so,
To go back to the defensive rebounding, I think maybe a minute left, they had 3 shots at it and finally scored. They obviously get the go-ahead on an offensive rebound
Yeah.
possession.
yeah.
Were those, the ball didn't bounce your way, or is that you guys
You got to
haven't
go
been
get the
doing that?
ball. I mean, that's all we've done since for last couple weeks. I mean, you know, and I you know, like I said, I've changed a lot, but I've kind of got back to this year just because we have not been it's good defensively, rebounding wise. You know, I mean, in the winter right now we'd be going 2-a-days, you know, in the past, but. We've done the rebounding stuff every day. We've charted it every day. We ran them after practice every day. But this game keeps going. We ain't stopping in every 30 seconds. All right, so in live play, they got to go make it. We block a shot, and we don't get the loose ball. All right, there was 3 or 4 huge plays down the stretch we didn't get done, but I'll own it. It's on me. You know, I'm not one to point fingers. I'm the head coach. I own it. You know, that's what I say. You got to live with the good moments. You got to go home and shoot. I listened to Frank Martin's press conference last night. You know, they got beat by Stetson. I was just listening to, you know, different things that other teams are going through. And like he said, you know, he's done this a long time and he's been able to weather the storms. Same thing I'll go home and do tonight. Just try to figure out how to put these pieces together and get us better and get ready for TCU.
Sure, a performance like tonight is frustrating, disappointing enough, but is it compounded now, the loss to Iowa at home and then to do this at home to see this group?
Yeah, I
not
mean, we
winning
need to
here?
play better at home. You know, I mean, that part sucks. But, I mean, you know, we've also been a really good road team, too, you know, and, you know, over the years. And so that shows some toughness and different things. We just hadn't played well at home for whatever reason. I mean, I don't have the answer for that, you know. You know, the Iowa game hurt. This game is more these are 2 totally different kind of losses. You know, I mean, when you look at the whole picture of it, but losing at home sucks because, you know, I knew we needed to be better at home with this team this year.
Naked eye, did it seem like some of those shots they hit, uncharacteristic of them, were pretty well contested, or were there?
No,
some
they went through a
catches?
stretch. They had 6 uncontested shots. So, you know, I think the last one was because we fouled them, so we had to have contested that one. But and they made a couple tough ones that may be out of character a little bit. But, you know, give them credit. I mean, we gave them great confidence. I mean, we're up 15 in the first half. You know, that's my fault. You know, you can't screw around with lineups. You can't screw around. You gotta knock teams out. And we didn't finish the first half well. Said it to my staff in the locker room. I wanted to be up 15. We were up 9, and that was really the difference.
Coach, after the under-16 media timeout, you guys go on a 17-2 scoring run, probably the best stretch of consistent offense you guys had all game. What was so key in that? What
Talking about the first half?
Yeah, the first half when you guys went on that 17-2 scoring run. What did you tell you guys after that timeout, and what allowed them to kind of get into a flow offensively there?
I mean, that's so long I can't even remember. I mean, Zion made a shot. I think he made a 3. Our bench played well. George and Zion came off the bench and played well. You know, because we were kind of stagnant to start the game. But if you really look at it, if it's 17-2, end of the day we got some stops and we were able to play in transition. You know, but, you know, with their full court pressure, you know, that's the thing I told the guys the last 3 days. The biggest concern of the game is us, the turnovers. You know what I mean? Our goal was, I showed them all these clips against Washington State where they just turned it over. And we're a very, very, very efficient basketball team. And so that was my biggest concern. And obviously it ramps up when you don't have Tyrese out there. But still, I mean, we were passive against the press. We didn't attack. And, you know, I think when we got stuck in half court, it really slowed us down. You know, so we needed to get stops. But we got stops in the first half. You know, for the most part, the second half, we just, you know, didn't get enough stops at all.
Maybe you answered this to Randy's question, but is there any question about Tyrese for Saturday?
No, he should play Saturday. He'd be fine. He should be fine. You know.
Thank you.